So, hey guys, TommyBryson here, and I gotta be honest with you guys, okay? When it comes to making these type of videos, I'm not good at it whatsoever. I actually forgot to make a video saying thank you for hitting 500K, and I remembered because I saw somebody else make a video. I was like, oh yeah, we also did that. And my main thing is, guys, it's not because I'm ungrateful. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for joining the family and the whole boring team here, the long-term team, okay? But overall, I've always felt like a weirdo when it comes to achieving something, when it comes to getting a medal, when it comes to getting a reward or a gift, anything. Like, when it comes to any of this stuff, I just don't feel the way people feel in movies. You know, when someone like does something in a movie and they celebrate, they go crazy, they get all excited. I don't feel any of that. Like, when I hit 500K subscribers, I was like, okay, cool. All right, let's go make some more videos. When I hit, for example, when I did my 10K race, my half marathon, my full marathon, and I completed them, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I did something. I was like, okay, what's next now? I've always felt that feeling as if, for example, getting a reward for something doesn't really make me excited. I actually get more excited with the work I'm actually doing than the results I actually get. The results let me know if I'm doing a good job, but they don't actually make me happy whatsoever. So for this video right here, the goal is simple. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you can expect from this channel, which is your channel, and on top of that, also what's been going on with my personal life, if you're actually interested in that, and lastly, what you can basically expect next from me as far as like everything else, okay? Now, the very first thing is, if you found this video, which is kind of weird, subscribe to the channel and join the family. And they call me the most boring guy on YouTube. It's because basically, when it comes to making money, you kind of just keep doing what works and it makes you more money. You don't need to complicate it, make it a little more fancy, dress it up, put some makeup on it. No. It just works, you do it, and that's basically it. Now, the first thing is this, guys. What can you basically expect from this channel? Well, the very first thing is, guys, yes, we hit 500K subscribers, but these videos in this channel has been the same since the very first video I've made. Now, you might go back and say, Tommy, it hasn't been the same. You've changed a lot. The content has changed a lot, but it's only because the only goal I had when I made this channel was to basically I wanted to make videos to provide value, and via that value to help you guys. And obviously, if I want to be a teacher, and that's kind of what I am, a teacher cannot stay the same. Like, you have to keep learning, because if you don't learn more, you kind of just become like a tape recorder. You just say everything you already know, and it gets very dull and boring. So the only reason the channel seems like it's evolving and changing is because every single day, I try to learn something brand new to help myself and then pass it on to you guys so you guys can also learn. But my whole goal with the channel is the same. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the views. I'm not going to make content to make more money or whatever. It's always going to be, can I make a piece of content that's going to help someone and is going to give them value? And by the way, not many people know this, but when you go to my first video, I was making like $8,000 a month for my business, and I didn't really need YouTube, but it's something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to help people, to make content about money. And if I could do that, why wouldn't I do it? And although I had all those things, like, okay, I was building the YouTube channel, now people knew that basically I was obese. I wasn't really that happy whatsoever, and I wasn't really in great relationships. But a lot of things changed later on, and I'll tell you that a little bit more when it comes to my personal life. But as far as the long-term team, the boring squad, the people with the sunglasses and all that stuff, the answer is nothing's changing. We're just gonna make more content. And right now, the next transition within this channel of learning, if you see, right, the first videos were kind of like all about like apps and reviews and credit cards and the basics, and then we got into personal finance, and then we got, for example, financial freedom, and now if you're looking at it, we're getting slowly into more stocks. And I learned something yesterday at church, which is basically, when it comes to true knowledge, knowledge is having a profound understanding over a subject. And once you understand something that well, you can explain it and express it in very simple terms. And that's what I'm trying to do via learning more and more about stock investing, so I can pass it on to you guys, and you guys can know exactly how to invest into the stock market as far as individual stocks and so on. That's the next transition into this entire platform. And I don't do anything until I fully comprehend it, because the last thing I would do, guys, I have one rule. And my one rule is, if I make a video, I want to give you guys the same information I would give my mom. And if I follow that rule, I wouldn't want to trick my mom. I wouldn't want to fool her. I wouldn't want to seem like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't want to risk her money or her livelihood. So when I make this content, I really mean what I tell you is exactly what I do and what I would recommend to anybody else out there. Now, number 2, guys, is what's changed in my personal life. Honestly, it's not like YouTube. YouTube hasn't changed whatsoever. I just do the same thing every single day like I just told you guys, okay? But overall, my personal life has changed a lot, and I have not been responsible for it. It has been God, okay? And to me, that's very weird to say, because I've always been the type of person to say, I did it. I did everything on my own. I have the power. I have all that stuff. And then the minute I gave, for example, my life to God, everything changed, you know? Not many people knew this, like I told you guys before, but when I was making $8,000 a month for my business, and I was basically making a lot more money from YouTube too, and I was making all this money, I wasn't really happy at all, you know? I was obese, I was in bad relationships, I was kind of depressed all the time, and I just didn't really seem like that much sense to all this stuff, okay? I was kind of like, okay, I do it, but what's the point of all this, you know? And then when I took that choice and gave my life to God, like everything changed. Like I lost 50 pounds. I got a lot more healthy people around me because I also became a lot more healthy. I did a 10K, I did a half a marathon, I did a full marathon. And it's not like, oh, I did all these cool things, but it's kind of like, no, like I just became a brand new person. And if you ask me, Tommy, are you happy? The answer is I don't think I'm happy, not at this exact moment, but I think I'm at peace, and that's a lot more important to me than as far as happiness, because I've been happy in occasions, but then it's kind of like a fleeting feeling, like you're happy now, then you're kind of not, like to me it doesn't matter that much, because happiness to me is doing the things that make you happy. So at this very moment, I kind of feel happy because I'm making videos, I'm helping out and all that stuff, but at peace, that's what makes me the most happy. So yes, I am at peace, and that's super important. So I guess I am happy. There you go. Kind of weird. I don't know, okay? But that's the answer. So as far as my personal life, again, my only goal right now is to kind of keep growing in God, and that's basically it. And I think that everything else will kind of follow. And it's kind of like, if I do that correctly, you know, my goals aren't like massive. As far, I do have massive goals, but to me, they don't really seem massive, because kind of like, you know, if I keep doing what I'm doing, it's gonna eventually work out. Yes, I'm gonna be a billionaire. Yes, I'm gonna help a lot of people. Yes, I'm gonna do all these things, but to me, it's kind of like, it's already gonna happen. So all I have to do is just keep doing what I'm doing and be patient and grow in knowledge and just like let go. It sounds weird, but it makes sense if you know what I'm talking about. Now, the last thing is, guys, what is next for the channel and for myself? The answer is, you know, not not really much. I'm telling you, guys, I'm weird, okay? I don't really care for anything. Like, as far as I just care about helping people, making content, being financially free, which is cool stuff. But then for the most part, like the money I make, I just want to use it to make more money and help people. As far as, for example, like my life in a sense, like I want to be married, I want to have kids, I you know, I want all these other things, you know. And one thing that's kind of crazy, the minute I kind of gave my life to Christ, not kind of did, I got very greedy. I wasn't just able to be like, okay, I have some money, so I'm good. No, I want everything. I want to be healthy. I want to be surrounded with great, amazing, loving people. I want everything. You know what I mean? Because it's a really good feeling. But yeah, that's basically it. And it's not like I deserve everything. No, like I just want to be part of everything that matters to me, that's in the plan of God. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Guys, that is it. I told you guys, okay? I suck at these videos. I don't know how to do them, okay? But as always, guys, I will say one thing. Thank you for joining the family. Thank you for getting us to 500K subscribers. I appreciate you every single time. I read the comments. I see all the long-term team comments. I see all the thumbs up. I see all the good stuff, okay? So if you made it all the way to the end of the video, you already know. I always give you like a little message. So comment down below, 500K. So this way I know you made it all the way to the end of the video. And as always, my promise to you guys is to treat you guys as if you were my mom. Sounds weird, I know, but it's my promise to you, and to try to give you guys value with every single piece of content. And whenever you think about, for example, Tommy, you made a video and it was kind of like very spicy and very trendy. One big thing is also, I can't fight the system of how YouTube works. So that's why sometimes the thumbnails are kind of spicy, the topics are spicy, because that's also a part of playing the game to meet the final end, which is basically give value, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll make another one of these videos when I hit 600K, which probably will not be good either, because I'm just not good at these videos. I think one last thing I will say is this whole week I've been thinking about this example of life, you know, where you have the turtle and you have the hare, or for example the rabbit, and they're racing, and everyone always says, you know, the turtle is slow, this turtle is going at a steady pace, it'll make it, it has focus and all this other stuff, and the rabbit is kind of like not concentrated, it's going places very fast and it doesn't make it. And to me, when I think about the turtle, I don't think the turtle is slow. I think the turtle is going at its maximum capacity. It's not in a rush, but it's in a hurry. It's not going the slowest it could. The turtle is focused on what it's trying to achieve, but it's also enjoying the journey. And lastly, it knows what the purpose of this whole game is. And if you are like that turtle, where you are in a hurry, where you are focused, and where you know where you're going, you're gonna succeed. But if you're like the rabbit and you're full of talent, and you kind of are just rushing through life, you are really unfocused, you're like in a multitude of things, and you don't really know where you're going, then there's this quote my friend uses all the time. I don't know where he got it from, but he says, if you don't know where you're going, you're already there. And to me, that's the main thing. You know, I don't do a lot of stuff, I do the same thing every day, and I think that's what helped me get to where I am today. Of course, God first, but my day is precisely what it sounds like. I make content, I try to learn more about finances and teach you guys, and that's basically all I do. Like whether it's in stocks or accounting or in finance, that's my thing, and that's what I focus on 100% on. I'm not all over the place, and if you're there, you gotta kind of like be more like that turtle. And I'm also not going at a very slow pace, but I'm not going at a pace that's gonna burn me out. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm in a hurry because I'm moving with a purpose, but I'm also super focused on what it is I want to achieve. So if you can write those things down on paper, what exactly that goal is and everything else, I think that helps you guys, and it helped definitely me a ton when it comes to, you know, being more like that turtle. The turtle's not slow. The turtle it's going at the right pace for what it has. And to me, that's amazing and it's beautiful. I'm weird, told you guys, but it is what it is. If I'm the most boring guy on YouTube, what does that make you guys? The most boring audience, I guess, right? But hey, if it works, it works. Let me cut this out before I start crying or something. All right, see you later, Paul. And by the way, Paul, thank you for all the work you've done, man. It's kind of weird, man. Like you've been here. I don't even know how long you've been here. It kind of just feels like you've always been here, man. Like and that's a crazy feeling, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how, like and why, like this whole thing was set up, right? Between me and you, God, right? But I appreciate that you're here, brother. You put in a lot of work, a lot of effort. You bring ideas. You're always at there's a word, deep position. My vocabulary is terrible, but you're always like giving an honest effort, and that matters a ton. And thank you, man. Appreciate you a ton. I really do, Paul. All right, see you on the next one, brother. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. Up here is another video, and over here is my face. Click subscribe, and as always, long-term team officially out.